Yeah, so we drove my nephew home from school. I did it alone. You weren't there. And then when I got back, I set up that command because I am sure that we're going to use that a lot. Like, we can use that all the time. Hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. We are resuming Penelope, Pendrick, and the Art of Deceit. I took a break because I was like, I've exhausted everything I can think of to do. And while I was on that break, I also drove my nephew home from school. And I also created a little command that people can use on Twitch. It's ! talk to everyone. And when you do that, this will pop up on the screen. And also a chat will pop up. Like, I get a little alert that I also hear that says, have you talked to everyone? And then, on the screen, there'll be that dialogue that says, hey, did you exhaust everyone's dialogue? Are you sure you exhausted everyone's dialogue? Maybe go back and talk to everyone again. So that is that's what we're up to. We're going to actually go and talk to everyone to make sure that we exhausted their dialogue. So what do we think of those apples? They're pretty good apples. Okay. Actually, let me make sure that the YouTube volume is good. I didn't do that. Yep, everything's fine. Okay. All right. So let's get back into our game. Lost and Stuck Part 2, except we're not really lost and stuck because we now know that we need to go make sure we've talked to everyone. So, step 1 is to make sure that I have exhausted all dialogue on the phone. So we're going to try calling the numbers, and Penelope will say, I don't have anything to say to that person. 0927. Oh, shoot. Did I mess up?
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please
if you mess up, just dial more digits until the phone tells you that your call can't be completed. 1, 2, 3, 0927.
This is Eileen Davies' cell. Please leave a message or call back later. Thanks.
Okay, so we can't talk to her. We already, before I left, I tried calling the sergeant, and I think I said, oh, I don't want to talk to him. So, but we can give that a shot just to make sure. So he's 555-7283.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, perfect. So we tried that. And finally, we can try the John Branham guy again, although I don't think that'll work. 339-555-0668.
You've reached the phone of John Branham.
Okay, then that's what I figured would happen.
By something that has a slight possibility of being important. So please call again later or leave a message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
Perfect. So we've tried the 3 phone numbers. Now we should go try to talk to the guys at the gallery and the bookstore. Now, I believe I tried the gallery already, but let's just go ahead and do that again just to be on the safe side. I think that I just walked up to the door and then she was like, nah, I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to go back in there right now.
Perfect. Okay, so definitely we've exhausted that. Or at least for now we've exhausted that. So now let's go talk to the guy at the bookstore. Fingers crossed.
Would you
I knew it!
I asked you some more questions?
I knew it. Okay. So my fatal flaw is that I don't talk to everyone. And then I go, this game is not working. I'm stuck. I can't move forward. Well, now we know that is not the case. I need to make sure I talk to everyone. So anyway, we've created like reminders for ourselves just to ensure that I talk to everyone. So we've got some questions we can ask. How was Gerald's health? What is your relationship with Gerald? Does Gerald have any family? Did the police check Gerald's home address?
How was Gerald's health? Physical and mental.
I don't know what drug he's on, but that man has energy. I'm jealous and I'm 25 years younger than him. I do see him eat kale chips with his lunch though, so maybe not that jealous.
What about his mental health?
Nothing has ever raised any red flags. Although his generation isn't much for talking about those kinds of things. You know, feelings.
Okay, what exactly is your relationship?
What exactly is your relationship to Gerald? Are you close personally or more like business partners?
As close as two heterosexual men can get. During slow hours, we chat about books, current events, politics, conspiracy theories, sports, movies. The list goes on. Oh, and gossip about old man drama. Carl always cheats at chess and thinks no one is onto him. Everyone is onto him.
Do you ever talk about your personal lives?
Not really. So like I said, as close as two heterosexual men can get. I don't have a personal life to share anyway. But Gerald, he has an entire lifetime behind him. I'll admit I've always been curious about his past.
Okay. Does Gerald have any family? There was a picture of his granddaughters in his wallet.
Does Gerald have any family? There was a picture of his granddaughters in his wallet.
Really? I always wondered if he had kids out there somewhere.
He never mentioned his family to you? That seems odd.
Maybe to us, but Gerald's naturally a very private person. Not in an intentional hiding information kind of way. He just steers away from topics like that.
Okay.
Why? I don't know, but I respect his privacy.
That's
I
fair.
wish there was a way we could let his family know what's going on.
The number of cooks in the United States is probably enough to fill 3 phone books alone. Not to mention married names.
Yep. Did the police check Gerald's home address?
Did the police check Gerald's home address?
He lives directly upstairs. I took them to the door, but that was the best I could do. They knocked a few times, got ladders, and looked through the windows from the outside. They had a pretty good view of the main apartment and the bathroom. From what they could see, there was no sign of him.
Okay.
Can they get a warrant if they think there's a chance a person inside might need help?
No idea. But a busted door without appropriate justification sounds like a nasty lawsuit waiting to happen.
Thanks for talking.
I don't know. The fact that it's been several days and that he left his coat and wallet here feels like enough to get a warrant to smash open the door. Okay, so did that unlock anything new under my notes? Even though the two are good friends, Gerald never shared much about his personal life with Mitchell. There could be much more to Gerald in his life than what appears at face value, which makes this case even trickier. Nothing new in the checklist. No new questions. Okay, so I do not know if that has really opened anything up for us, but at least now I can say...
I could really go for some sleep. I'll get back to work tomorrow.
So she's giving me a hint that I need to sleep for something to trigger. Okay. Oops, wrong door. Okay. Thank you for that hint, Penelope. Let's go to sleep. Alarm. Wait. Oh, hang on. I gotta do... Let's wake up at 9 a.m. since nothing... I think you can't do anything till 10 anyway. Alright. I appreciate the game saying to me, oh, I know it's early, but I could use some sleep. That really does help. Aha. I knew that thing was gonna fall on me. Oops. I knew it was gonna fall on me though. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Okay, we do have the, even though the two are good friends, so we just have to set the alarm. Okay, so remember, this time click it immediately when the prompt comes up. I was just so excited about the ceiling falling on me like I thought it would that I didn't immediately click. Alright, woo! I'm excited! Look I'm not excited that the ceiling fell on me, but I am excited that I knew that the ceiling was going to fall on me, and it did. Okay. Does the fact that the ceiling fell reveal anything? I don't know. A fortification weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance and the sunlight bounces back towards the sky. A fortification weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance and the sunlight bounces back towards the sky. Interesting. Was that there before or no? I don't think it was there before. Seems like I have to look at a painting or a photograph or something. Do I want to call the sergeant at this point?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay, turns out I do not want to. Okay, let me go see if I can find any kind of portrait or painting that matches the description. Oh, never mind.
Hello?
Hi, Penelope. Sergeant Russell here. Thought I'd check in so we can regroup.
Alrighty.
It's looking less and less likely that Gerald's disappeared voluntarily, and his store was not robbed. Mitchell Hart admits that he doesn't know as much about Gerald's life as we had hoped. And then there's Terrence, who tends to get under some people's skin. Some people being Colin Ellison, who had his run-in with Terrence a few hours before the boy went missing.
Right. And still nothing on Jane Doe. Except the napkin.
I'll eat my hat if we find any leads on her this whole case.
Did you check the coordinates that she had written down?
It put us in a spot in Town Center Square. There's the statue of the founder, a trash can, a bench, a manhole, a street lamp, and some shops at the Southwest Plaza Shopping Center. We asked around some of the shops, but no one remembers anyone with her description.
Huh. Do you think she was looking for something?
A logbook and some trinkets? It just looks like geocaching to me.
Could be. But what I'm stuck on is that the three really don't have anything in common. A nice man who owns a bookstore, a troublemaking kid, and a woman who talks to nobody. Maybe this case is all coincidence after all.
It got us from day one. Carlisle's the one and only link between them. But where does that get us? It's not like it's a city with recurring crime hotspots to watch.
The town. That's a great point. Since Carlisle isn't exactly dangerous, I wonder if there's something else unusual about the town that links them. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. As I'm going around doing detective things, I'll try to learn more about Carlisle. Oh, and what you said earlier? I'm gonna hold you to that, by the way.
Hold me to what?
Eating your hat?
Would you like to see a hat get eaten? If I can get a lead on Jane Doe.
That's what motivates you. It's a deal.
Okay, so let's try calling this guy now that we know we want to find out more about the town.
You've reached the phone of John Branham.
Rats!
I'm currently occupied by something that has a slight possibility of being important. So please call again later or leave a message, and I will get back to you at the earliest convenience.
Okay, that's a bummer. Let's go. Okay, so the thing that we were about to do before the phone rang was that I wanted to see if I could find any pictures that meet the description in the no. I've already kind of forgotten what there was something standing tall in the foreground and then like a water winding away. I should write the whole thing down, I think. Let's knock on my neighbor's door, though, to see if they are available to talk.
Well, can't figure out the fridge now?
Unless it has an activation code, I've got it. Thanks. I'm Penelope, by the way. I'm only in town temporarily to help out the police with this case they're dealing with. I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah, sorry for biting your head off the other day. One of those days, you know? But man, if I hear one more person talk about these disappearances, I'm gonna start bleeding from the ears.
No worries. I've got some tissues right here.
You're lucky. You caught me at a good time. I'd actually prefer talking to you right now than starting my 5th straight hour of schoolwork.
I'm flattered.
Okay. This is so cool. Okay, great. Well, there you go. I am glad that talking to the guy at the store triggered new stuff. That's great. What do you know about the disappearances? Have you heard anything interesting from people around town? Did you know any of the people personally, or at least met any of them before? Does your apartment have framed eye patterns on the wall? A chunk of ceiling almost fell on me while I was sleeping. Let's start with that one.
A chunk of ceiling almost fell on me while I was sleeping.
Congratulations, you've been initiated. My first thing happened when I was going to unplug something and ripped the entire outlet out of the wall instead. Could be worse, though. A guy who used to live here was washing his hands in the bathroom one time, and his entire sink fell off the wall.
Does your apartment have framed eye patterns on the wall?
No. Does your apartment have framed eye patterns on the wall?
Yeah, they're literally attached, too.
Huh. This place never ceases to amaze.
Hang on. Sorry. So sorry about that. Okay. What do you know about the disappearances?
What do you know about the disappearances? Have you heard anything interesting from people around town?
Interesting is a strong word. Kids around school either talk about this like it's bad reality TV, or that there's some huge conspiracy involved.
Okay.
It's just bored people with overactive imaginations.
Okay, I see what happened there. Wait, hang on. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to make sure that everything's working okay, but like I am having a hard time. Okay, everything is working okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure the audio was good. I had like a little bit of a mini panic. Reality TV? Or what kind of conspiracies?
Reality TV?
Soap opera would be a better word. I kid you not, that just yesterday, I passed a girl saying that she bet that Gerald and the woman were secret lovers, and that Terrence was actually their child, and that they were running away together, blah, 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 blah.
That's nuts.
Probably to somewhere cliche, too, like Mexico.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, you never know.
Gross. Go write your weird fan fiction somewhere else.
What kind of conspiracies?
What kind of conspiracies?
Let's see. The most popular ones that come to mind have to do with aliens, the government, or cults. Standard conspiracy go-tos.
Fair enough. Aliens? The government? Cults? Let's go with the government.
The government?
I've heard a few different versions of this one, but I think the main theory revolves around how Gerald and the unknown woman seem to both do a lot of researching and reading in their spare time. So maybe they learned something about some politicians that they shouldn't have.
That doesn't make any sense.
Committed suicide by being shot in the back of the head. People who talk about this seem to conveniently avoid explaining how a high schooler could get on the wrong side of the national government, though.
Do you think there could be any truth to these theories?
I don't.
What do you think?
Did you know any of the people personally, or at least met any of them before?
Did you know any of the people personally? Or at least met any of them before?
Yes, I spend a lot of alone time with a 15-year-old boy. For real, though. I have met Gerald before, but that's it.
What do you remember about him?
Oh, sorry.
Not much, except that he was nice. Got me a good deal on textbooks this year.
Cool.
I'll let you get back to your work. Thanks for talking.
Okay, that's cool.
Don't get used to it. Oh, my name is Stacy Leith. Just in case you need to know or something.
All right, cool. We talked to our neighbor a second time. That's pretty cool. So what else can we do now? Oh, right. I was coming back here to look at this. I wanted to make a note of it in my handy dandy notebook. A fortification weathered by time. Stands tall as an icy current. Winds into the distance and the sunlight bounces back towards the sky. Okay, I've written this down so I don't forget about the wording of it. Let's go see if we can, if there's anywhere new we can go to. So we can go to novel books or the art gallery. Let's check out novel books again and see if we have anything here for a fortification weathered by time, etc., etc. Okay. I'm wondering if one of the postcards might have something. A little bit awkward to get to them though. Okay, here we go. A fortification weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance and the sunlight bounces back towards the sky. No, this does not fit that. Pueblo, Colorado, not really. Vermont. Not quite. Alabama. Not really. Albany. No. Reno. Virginia. I mean, whether any of these depict that is kind of debatable. But at least I looked. None of them were like so obviously depicting that it jumped right out at me, and I don't know if this could eventually be depicting that. It looks like perhaps not. Okay, so we did at least look for this. I would like to read that Small Towns book again. Sean D. Robichaux. Yeah, there's nothing really in here about that. Okay. Do we want to try talking to this guy again? On the off chance?
Would you mind if I asked you some more questions?
Ask away.
So it sounds like the woman who went missing the week Gerald did was a real book lover. Do you remember ever seeing anyone with her description come into the shop? I'd like to learn more about Carlisle. Do you have any suggestions for that?
I'd like to learn more about Carlisle. Do you have any suggestions for that?
I thought you were here to solve a case, not to sign up for generic American Towns 101.
You never know what could end up being useful.
If you're hellbent on spending your time dusting off old records, Gerald likes to collect vintage local newspapers. That'd be the place to start. Here's the key to the back room of the shop. There's a table by the stairs that should have what you're looking for. Oh, and a word of warning. Newspapers aren't the only thing Gerald collects. If you don't watch your step back there, you'll end up with a twisted ankle.
Thanks.
Yes. How long has Gerald lived in Carlisle?
How long has Gerald lived in Carlisle?
5 years, give or take. He came from somewhere in the Midwest. Never said why he moved here exactly, just said it was time to start a new adventure. You wouldn't know this, but Novel Books has been around as long as I can remember. After the previous owner finally decided it was time to retire, Gerald swooped in and bought the place.
So it sounds like the woman who went missing... Okay, that's...
So it sounds like the woman who went missing the week Gerald did was a real book lover. Do you remember ever seeing anyone with her description come into the shop?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. I was going to bring that up. She was actually kind of a regular. She'd come in once every few months or so. When I heard her description, it took a second, but then it hit me.
Interesting.
Do you think she and Gerald knew each other? When was the last time she was in here? Did you ever notice what books she was buying?
Did you ever notice what books she was buying?
I can't really see what the customers are buying from here. And she's never asked me to help her find anything, so no guesses there. The only association I'm making in my head is her carrying a book about... math? Or was it trees? No idea. Ignore me.
Do you think they knew each other?
Do you think she and Gerald knew each other?
I doubt it. She was in and out pretty quick. They didn't really interact much at the counter unless I missed it.
Hmm.
When was the last time she was in here?
The last time I personally saw her was about 2 months ago. Although, that doesn't mean she hasn't been here since. Like I said before, this place can get pretty busy.
Thanks for your help. This woman doesn't leave much of a trail behind her, does she?
Doesn't seem like it. I'll let you know if I can think of anything else about her.
Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay. Let us go to that back room. Which we now have a key to. There is a lot of junk back here. Oh, what's that? A die. Okay. Trumpet. My goodness. Okay, we can interact with a scale. I'm going to write that down. Scale. Back room. Bookstore. In case we need to come back to this. It'll be nice if I have it written down where to find it. Roll 3 ones in a row and a prize I will bestow. Insert coin and press the red button to play. I don't have any coins. Okay. I wonder if I can grab one from the till. Ooh, grabbed a compass. I don't see any old newspapers in here, by the way. Okay, so I grabbed some coins. Where is the table with the old newspapers? Oh! Okay. Fire extinguisher. Back room. Bookstore. So at some point, we may have one of those second chance scenarios involving, like the same how we had the one with the ceiling falling on us in bed. We might have something similar involving a fire.
Huh.
Interesting. No snow, huh? Oh, pair of gloves. We might need those at some point. Okay. Alhambra, Granada, Spain. Might we need to develop some film later? Perhaps. That could be fun. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh my.
Looks like it's missing batteries.
I have batteries.
That doesn't work.
Okay.
This must be Gerald's apartment.
Okay. Can't look in that fog. Oh! U W Z A I F T Q E Q O D Q F. I wonder if this is using the same code from the other thing we decoded previously. I'm going to write down these letters though. U W Z A I F T Q E Q O D Q F. Okay, we can look at that later. War is declared over. Nazis reveal surrender to Western allies, Russia. Germans say they understand terms. Bohm says troops were unbeaten. Zevez says negotiators differed. I'm just reading these different headlines here. Surrender of criminals required. Okay. Oh, we can actually read these articles. Huh. Okay. I don't know that this one is. This one is July 1st, 1956. Local Strawberry Festival. Tourists flock from miles away to join festivities. The annual Strawberry Festival has been a popular event for young and old alike in the Carlisle area for over 25 years. What began as a small collection of local farmers gathering on the streets to sell their summer harvests has become a cherished tradition for our locals. While strawberries, among other summer fruits and vegetables, are the main focus of the event, other festivities have been added as well. Over the years, various competitions, activities, and entertainment have turned this small street marketplace into a week-long occasion. There are cooking tournaments for those housewives most skilled with a spatula that include pie, cobbler, pickles, and strawberry cake. The first place winners of each respective category this year being Ms. Martha Delaney, Mrs. Dorothy Evans, Mrs. Jeanette Malone, and Mrs. Lucille Crowley. New to the festival this year was the scooter show and race, pictured left, that attracted motorists from far and wide. The scooters were on display for a few hours before 10 lucky owners were selected to enter a race through the main streets of the town. The winner of this race, a Mr. Gregory Staples, won an engraved trophy and several baskets of fresh strawberries. Let's not forget the children. For the young boys and girls, there were pony rides, three-legged races, face painting, baseball, and many other fun outdoor activities. As usual, the festival has been a complete success and is still one of the highlights of the year for Carlisle locals and more. Can I go further down for any of this stuff? No, doesn't look like it. I wonder if there's anything in this photo that might be revealing. Seems like no. Okay. Dozens injured in Rosewood Apartments collapse. That's the building I'm living in, isn't it? Building condemned after collapse. Late Tuesday evening at roughly 6:30 p.m., residents of the Rosewood apartment building on Ramridge Road and surrounding area heard a loud crash in the direction of the apartments. Soon following, those within the apartment rushed out onto the street and gathered at the nearest sidewalk. 911 was quickly called by Joseph Hayes, a tenant of the building of over 10 years. Officials rushed to the scene to survey damages. Upon arrival, medical personnel prepared for the retrieval of any injured occupants, while firefighters searched the building. From the exterior, a wall collapse on the upper levels of the building was clearly visible, but the full extent of damage was unknown. Local police interviewed those on the street about their experiences to better understand what had occurred. I'm going to just lift this up as far as I can. It's slow going, by the way. Okay. Another resident, Julie Byers, described what she experienced. I live on the 3rd floor. I was doing the dishes when out of nowhere I heard this huge rumbling banging sound. I ran out into the hallway to see what had happened, and I practically fell into a hole outside my door. I looked up and all this rubble had fallen through the ceiling from who knows where, and must have broken through my floor too. All I know is that I had to get out before anything else happened, and now here I am. I have no idea who's still stuck in there. 25 individuals were found trapped in various parts of the building with injuries ranging from minor to major. Thankfully, there were no fatalities as of yet. Those with the most severe injuries are being monitored at the hospital and slowly recovering. Tomorrow, officials will be sent to survey the scene and target the reason for collapse. The city has already declared the 157-year-old Rosewood Apartments as dangerous and condemned. Once the building is examined, it will be scheduled for demolition in the coming month. Right. Then why am I living in this building that's supposed to be condemned? Okay. Phoenix baby born out of the ashes. On Wednesday, May 3rd, several reports of smoke were called in from the North Carlisle area. A family home on Rose Hill Drive had caught a blaze not long after the smoke had been noticed by neighbors. Firefighters rushed to the scene at 7:36 p.m. Upon entry of the home in search of inhabitants, firefighters Randy Davis and Chuck Pasquantini heard muffled cries from an obscured doorway. A flaming beam had trapped individuals within the room. Once inside, the firefighters were met with a bizarre sight. 3 people were... Hang on, I'm trying to pull this down as much as I can. 3 people were in the first floor bedroom. A doctor, a man, and a woman on the bed. The woman was letting out cries of pain as if injured, but upon further inspection was found to be in the final stages of childbirth. Meanwhile, the room was beginning to catch fire, with the curtains already in flames. The doctor and the man and the doctor were close to the floor to avoid smoke inhalation. The 2 firefighters alerted medical authorities for a stretcher, but in the moments before the stretcher arrived, the baby was born. The 2 men were guided out of the burning building, while the woman and newborn were carried out on the stretcher. For those who witnessed the miracle, the newborn, Ruby Iyer, is now known as the Phoenix baby, due to being born in the flames. The 4 inhabitants of the house survived with minimal injury. The blaze was extinguished by 10:05 p.m. Okay.
Condemned. Scheduled for demolition?
Yeah, that's the place where we're staying, which was not demolished, obviously. Okay. Let's try doing this with the coins now.
I guess it doesn't work.
Huh. Well, is it... I mean, it has to, right? We have to be able to fix it. Okay. 18. I wonder if this has anything to do with anything. I'm going to just write it down. Dartboard. This is reminding me of Payne's Creek Killing. There's a dartboard that has like a secret code on it. So we've got 18. We've got... what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 9 between the 12 and the 14. And 3. And the 18 is is it 18 times 2 on the outside or 18 times 3 on the outside? I can't remember. Wait a minute. There's another dart over here. There's a dart here. Also, this I guess that's nothing. Is there anything? Oh, what's that? Can we see that sign? Let's see. Huh. Import the complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. Oh, hang on. We can now put those letters in order, it seems like. Okay. Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven was the letter B. Origin of the Species, Chapter 10 was the letter O and X, spelling the word box. We've got Jane Eyre, Chapter 7. That's the letter I. Divine Comedy, chapter 22, the letter N and the letter R. Don Quixote. Oh, sorry. Count of Monte Cristo, chapter 1. Oh, I'm missing a book. Don Quixote, chapter 7 is O and M. Picture of Dorian Gray. I am also missing that one. And Crime and Punishment I'm also missing. Crime and Punishment chapter 3. I noticed A Tale of Two Cities is not in here. Interesting. So, A Tale of Two Cities wasn't listed in here. But it was one of the books I pulled a letter out of. Okay, let's see. Darwin, Origin of the Species, yes. Edgar Allan Poe, yes. Jane Eyre, yes. Divine Comedy, yes. Don Quixote, yes. And Charles Dickens is no. Okay, so we're missing Count of Monte Cristo, chapter 1. And we're missing The Picture of Dorian Gray. Chapter 12. I can assume that the Count of Monte Cristo chapter 1, the letter is going to be an O. Because then that would write box in room. And then I'm assuming Picture of Dorian Gray chapter 12 is going to be some kind of a number. All right. Okay. Interesting, though. Right? That is interesting. So if I could find those books. It would be super, super useful if I could find those books. Let's see if we can talk to this guy again, because remember, we need to exhaust all dialogue.
I found what I needed in the back. Thanks for the key.
Gerald has quite the collection of objects. I think Gerald may have a problem.
Gerald has quite the collection of objects.
That's what decades of travel souvenirs looks like. A room in need of a yard sale. Gerald described his stuff as a collection of memories. He said it was there for if he ever started to forget.
Forget what, I wonder? I bet everything back there has a good story behind it. What does a Jersey wall remind him of? A car accident?
I bet everything back there has a good story behind it.
Maybe not everything. There's a lot of junk masquerading as something that could be useful someday.
True that. Do you know anything about the spooky animatronic back there? Can you tell me more about Gerald's travels? It seems like he's really been around. What book are you reading? Let's go in order.
Do you know anything about the spooky animatronic back there?
Only that it's Gerald's pride and joy. He'll tell you how he was at the big carnival blowout sale extravaganza and couldn't pass up an amazing deal. If you ask me, $300 is $300 too expensive for a broken carnival game.
What does he find so appealing about it?
The fact that we're talking about it right now, it's a conversation piece. And according to him, it has lots of fun prizes. As soon as he got it working, he kept nagging me to play it. He acted like you could win the secrets of the universe or something. I've never tried it.
The secrets of the universe, huh? If Gerald really thought it was so interesting, I should go check it out.
Can you tell me more about his travels?
Can you tell me more about Gerald's travels? It seems like he's really been around.
He was never clear on the timeline, but he would mention different countries here and there. I also wonder if he served when he was younger, which is one way to see the world.
This is fair. Did he ever share any stories?
Did he ever share any stories?
Here's one. While he was in Greece, he said he was walking down the street and suddenly gets hit on the forehead by a little pebble. Or so he thinks. He looks down and at his feet is a tooth. A human tooth!
Weird.
He finds out much later that in Greece it's a common tradition for kids to throw lost baby teeth onto rooftops. Why, nobody knows.
I'd pick the Tooth Fairy, personally.
What book are you reading?
What book are you reading?
The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Ever read it?
No, I've never read it.
Nope, never read it.
Then I suspect you've also never eaten yogurt. Too much culture.
Jeez. Wow.
Just because I haven't read a single book.
You've never stood on the ground before, since you're all the way up there on your high horse.
Life without some classics just lacks depth of experience. Don't let yourself miss out on the best of the human mind.
Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay, you do realize that just because I haven't read that specific book doesn't mean I've never read any classics. Jeez, Crow, this guy's kind of a jerk. Okay. Notes. So, here we go. This is all new. The town of Carlisle so far is the only thing the missing people have in common. The silver lining to nearly getting destroyed by a chunk of falling ceiling is that I discovered some kind of poem etched into the wall beside my bed. It reads, "A fortification weathered by time stands tall as an icy current winds into the distance, and the sunlight bounces back towards the sky." The missing woman would stop into novel books from time to time, but Mitchell doesn't remember any details about her. My cheery neighbor's name is Stacy Leith. She's a good source of rumors around town about the case, but she hasn't heard anything that sounds very realistic. She's also met Gerald before, but doesn't know him personally. In 1968, Rosewood Apartments, the Rosewood Apartments where I'm staying, was declared condemned and set for demolition by city officials after part of the building collapsed. What happened? Why is it still standing? Am I safe in there? Oh, I forgot. So now we have new checklist stuff. Go make nice with my neighbor. She might be useful. Learn more about the town of Carlisle. Find Gerald's newspaper collection.
That's not done yet.
Okay. Explore the back room of the bookstore. Figure out the meaning behind Gerald's list of books. Still haven't done that.
That's not done yet.
Snoop through Mitchell's things.
That's not done yet.
Find a way into Gerald's apartment.
That's not done yet.
Try Gerald's carnival game. Fix Gerald's carnival game.
not
Thank
done
goodness. Okay, I was hoping that would be on the list. Let's see if those letters on the wall can be translated into anything here. Okay, the letter U could be the letter I. W is K. Z is N. A is O. I'm going to go ahead and make a wild guess that I is W. The letter F. So let me see here. So we got O, P, Q, R, S, T. Or T. The letter T is H. The letter Q, I'm going to go ahead and guess is E. And then E was, okay, O, P, Q, R, S. S. Q we've determined is E. O is C. I can see it in the back there. D is R. Q is E and F is T. Okay, so that note that was on the wall on the yellow piece of paper, that was U and then WZAI and then FTQ and then EQODQF translates, using this cipher, translates to I know the secret. Okay. I need to look at this book that he's using. So I need to do the spider thing. The spider thing being how the young woman from Jenny's Spider got her mom out of the kitchen so she could grab a cookie. Okay, let's see if we have what it takes to fix this. No, we can't. Okay, so it's not just using the screwdriver. All right.
I need a coin.
No, we've already tried to put a coin in. It didn't work.
That doesn't work.
Uh-oh, it's not... It's broken.
I need a coin.
We don't need a coin, though.
I need a coin.
Okay, I'm unsure what to do here. Do I have more items than this? Yes, but not really.
That doesn't work.
Okay. Right, we got the gloves out of here. Ooh, the kettle. Can I grab the kettle? No. Okay, no. All right. Okay.
That doesn't work.
I don't know what to do next. Okay. Why is there a red? Oh, what is Gerald's list of books trying to say? Box in room 203.
I don't think that's right.
Well, it's box in room something. We have to figure out. We have to get the Dorian Gray. Well, no, it's Dorian Gray isn't the one we need. Oh, yes, it is Dorian Gray we need. Monte Cristo we can just assume is the O. Dorian Gray we need. How do I snoop through his thing? I need to create a distraction, but I don't know how. How to create a distraction. Yeah, what can I do to create a distraction? Really not useful to me. Okay. That's not where I wanted to go at all. Okay.
That doesn't work.
Well, I mean, you don't know it wouldn't work. You didn't even try it. Okay. All right. No, I don't want to go there. Okay. All right. I have, it looks like, exhausted anything that seems obvious to me. So I'm going to go back to the apartment and see if I can phone anybody. Okay. 555-7283.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
Okay. So there we go. I don't know what to do next. So I'm going to try to sleep then. And see if that does anything useful to us for us. All right. Did that help at all? No talking until the schoolwork is done. Them's the rules. Okay. We've got a janitor closet, private office, bathroom, mailroom, conference room, copy room, storage, boiler room, reception, cubicle space, and break room. Oh wait, that's got pipes, hot and cold pipes. Okay. Break room would also have water in it. These are the restrooms. Okay. So we've got cubicle space. Likely this room here. A conference room. Oh wait, this might be the conference room. This is likely to be the copy room. Oh wait, no, yeah, copy room. This is probably storage. Oh, hang on. Janitor closet might be this. Boiler room might be the one with water, with pipes. Reception. Oh, hang on. That's not the copy room. That's probably reception. Copy room and mail room are probably these rooms over here. This is probably a private office. Actually, this is probably a private office. This is probably the conference room here. And this is probably the cubicle space. Door detail, window detail, center line, water line. Yeah, I think break room, bathroom, and boiler room are probably right. I would think that reception is probably right because you come into the main door and this could be like one of those window, like a, you know, it's not like a window. Parameters. Bathroom cannot... Oh, okay, wait. Bathroom cannot have windows. Cubicle space is larger than 500 square feet. Okay, so let's pull this one out. This is definitely the cubicle space. Okay. Break room needs a water hookup. Janitor closet is smaller than 200 square feet. Storage access is through another room. Storage access through another room. We got that. Okay. Conference room needs to be at least 30 feet away from the stairs. Huh. I had that the first time. Oh, mailroom is next to an exit. Maybe the copy room and mailroom are in the wrong place. Mailroom is next to an exit. Private office has the same door detail type as the copy room. Okay, the copy room and the private office need to have the same door detail. Okay. Private office has window detail type Q. Q, private office. Okay, private office type Q. The copy room has a door detail type C. Huh. Wait. Private office has window detail Q and same door detail as the copy room. The door detail is type C. Break room has water. Okay. Bathroom cannot have windows. Boom. That's this. Cubicle space larger than 500 square feet. That has to be this. Break room needs water hookup. That has to be this. Janitor closet smaller than 200 square feet. That's this. Storage access through another room. That's this. Conference room needs to be at least 30 feet away from the stairs. Yeah, 'cause the only room that has the Q-type windows is this one, which would make it the private office. Oh, wait, hang on. I guess technically that could be the private office. This could be the copy room. This could be the mail room, and this could be the conference room.
Got it.
Nice. Decent work. That's one less assignment to deal with. Whew.
Yoo-hoo!
Now, what do you want?
Did you know this apartment was supposed to be demolished in the 60s?
Did you know that this apartment was supposed to be demolished in the 60s?
Should I be surprised?
There was a big collapse, and a bunch of people were hurt. The city condemned the building, but I don't know what happened after that.
Bureaucracy at its finest. Building is falling apart, people are in danger. Just throw that demolition order in that big pile of paperwork over there, and maybe we'll get to it 70 years later.
I don't know. It's not like this is
Sorry.
LA with thousands of buildings to keep track of. Seems hard to overlook.
Do you know who owns this building? The city? Do you think we're safe in here?
Do you know who owns this building? The city?
Who knows? But whoever it is really wants to fix the place up.
Do they?
Yeah, I noticed the construction materials and fresh paint.
They're trying their darndest to get this turd polished. What I'm worried about is them classing this place up and right out of my price range. They already raised the rent last year. I have a love-hate kind of thing going on with living here. On one hand, it's a crumbling pile of mold, but on the other hand, it's so fun to complain about.
Do you have to live here?
Yes, I do. It's the only apartment I can afford close enough to school. Penelope, I'm going to guess you've never been homeless. This is luxury in comparison.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear you went through that. That's horrible. Are you doing okay now?
That's horrible. Are you doing okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
There are probably programs that can help if...
I said I'm okay. Don't you dare go call in a wellness check on me or something.
No, don't worry.
Okay. Forget I said anything.
Where do you go to school? Have you been to Novel Books? Have you been to the art gallery Bold Depictions? Let's ask all of these things.
Where do you go to school?
The National Academy of What's It to You?
Ha ha. I'm just curious.
Typical. I go to North Oakford University. Go Redbuds! Yes, the school mascot is a tree.
What are you studying? I'm assuming architecture of some kind?
What are you studying?
Engineering. Architectural. I have a bachelor's already, but getting a master's should really set my future up on the right path. It's a pretty intense program, but no pain, no gain, right?
You like it there?
Do you like it there?
I'm not there for the social scene or the extracurriculars, if that's what you're asking. I like that I can show up for classes, get some cash working part-time at the cafeteria, and leave. The sooner I get back here, the sooner I can get going on schoolwork and crying.
Maybe you could let yourself have a little fun.
Oh, maybe you could let yourself have a little fun.
Ew, no. I'm not some 18-year-old freshman who has no idea what they're doing in life and just wants to get drunk with strangers. I'm literally a grown woman with work to do.
That's
I
fair.
meant, like, go to a football game or something.
Oh. Sounds boring.
Have you ever been to Novel Books?
Have you been to Novel Books?
Once or twice. I got a tip from someone at school to order textbooks through there, because the owner gets good deals.
What's it like, or do you remember seeing a middle-aged guy with a prosthetic arm?
Do you remember seeing a middle-aged guy with a prosthetic arm?
No. It was kind of crowded, though, so who knows.
What was it like?
What was it like?
The deals? Great, actually. I didn't have to sign a contract to sell the rights to my firstborn child, unlike the school bookstore.
I meant the store.
Oh, it would have been nice if it was less crowded. Too many people there for my taste.
Can you describe in detail your interactions with Gerald Cook?
He was friendly, talkative. When he gave me my books, he seemed really curious about my schooling. He said if I ever wanted to talk more about it, let him know. Never really took him up on that.
Gerald really is a man of many interests.
Sure seems like it.
That is interesting, though. Have you ever been to the art gallery Bold Depictions?
Have you ever been to the art gallery Bold Depictions?
No. I don't think I've ever set foot in an art gallery or museum in my entire life. Except maybe to use their bathroom.
Not really an art person?
I can appreciate talent as much as the next guy. But to me, most art just looks like tax evasion.
You don't have a favorite style of art or anything? Have you ever heard the name Colin Ellison?
You don't have a favorite style of art or anything?
You know what? I admire good design. I know it's not art exactly, but one of my professors describes design as a beautiful solution. I like seeing problems solved in a clever and pretty way.
Me too.
Which is exactly why my major is what it is.
Have you ever heard the name Colin Ellison?
Have you ever heard of the name Colin Ellison?
Yeah, actually I think I have. Some businessman type guy, I think?
That's a generous way to put it. Do you remember anything else about the name?
I feel like I heard it on the news a few years ago. I can't remember any details.
If you have any sudden revelations about Mr. Ellison, let me know.
Oh, does somebody have a crush?
No,
Thanks
absolutely
for
not.
making me throw up in my mouth. No, he's just a very suspicious individual at the moment. I did tell you I'm a detective, right?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Probably because all I've seen you do is chat up your random neighbor. Hey, Penelope? Has anyone ever told you that you ask so many questions? It's insane, really.
Okay, but that was still helpful. Can I call anybody? Five, 7, 2, 8, 3.
I don't need to talk to him right now.
All right, fine. Okay. I feel like I still don't have an idea on how to distract that guy so that I can take a look at that book, so that I can answer the question of what room, that is.
That's not done yet. That's not done yet. That's not done yet.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Can I pull the fire alarm?
That doesn't work.
I need a hammer or something. Okay. Oops, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to do that at all. Oh, goodness. Okay. Paint the walls pink for all I care. As long as you're paying the lease, you're the operating owner, so go ahead and renovate whichever way your heart desires. E. Colin. Whatever his name is. Colin, whatever his name is. We think that that's Colin Ellison was typing that? No, because E isn't his first name. I mean, you usually don't put like your last name initial. Can we talk to this guy at all? What time is it? Oh gosh, come on. No. 10 a.m. It is currently 9:30 a.m. Okay, why don't I let the clock run while I get myself a little snack? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm having a very late lunch today. Or a very early supper. Whichever. Anyway. Okay. But let's see what we can do here. Whoop. My goodness. Whew, hot. What? Oh, it wasn't even 10 o'clock yet. Oops. Well, how about now? Oh, he's unlocking the door. That's what that noise is. Wait, why can't I go in? Did he lock the door on me? Oh. Alright, can we look at any of these paintings? No, we can only talk to him.
Penelope, right? I wanted to apologize for how I acted before. I know he's just a kid. I was way out of line.
Apology accepted. I mean, I get that it's a lot easier to notice your mistakes in retrospect.
Oh, thank you. That's a huge weight off my chest. I usually prefer keeping the number of people who think I'm human garbage to a minimum.
You keeping count or something?
When I'm feeling especially confident, I like to think I'm in the single digits.
Do you have some time to answer a few questions?
I don't know. As you can see, this place is flooded with generous patrons requesting my attention and handing me money. But I'll probably be able to pencil you in.
Have you had any interactions with either of the other two missing people?
Who were the other ones again?
Gerald Cook, in his late 60s, white, owner of a bookshop on Main Street. And a woman that they don't have a name for yet, in her 40s, Asian Indian, seemed interested in history.
No, I don't think so. Although the description of the woman feels kind of familiar. Or not, that could match tons of people.
Well, if you have an epiphany at some point, let me know. What's your take on these three people disappearing?
Take? I don't really have one. I know it's the hot topic of the week, but I haven't really been following the story. I'd probably be more invested if I lived in Carlisle.
Oh, you don't live here?
I live in New Haven. Hop on I-95 and it's a 45-minute drive across the coastline. I get that some people are into small towns, but if I had to pick, I'd prefer to have a skyscraper or two around. For the vibe.
Why isn't your gallery closer to where you live?
The art gallery conducive warehouse market is kind of limited. But the drive isn't that bad. The GPS says 50 minutes, but with some expert driving techniques, I can get here in 35. 32 is my current record. Just remember, speed limit is only a suggestion as long as you don't get caught.
Uh-huh. Are you excited for your cameo in the next Driver's Ed crash video?
Rule 1, don't get caught. Rule 2, don't crash. Easy.
Describe your schedule this past week.
Mostly the same as always, except, you know, the visit with the children from the Black Lagoon. Get up at 9-ish, drive over here, open at 10, hang around, answering questions from visitors and talking shop with art dealers. At 6, close it all up, drive home. Go to some local place for dinner. Every day of the week I try to eat at a different restaurant. Anything but Mexican. I cannot handle spicy food. Then, meet up with friends, and we'll go to a bar or a club or something. If we're feeling tame, maybe chill at the beach or cliffs. If I get back to my apartment before 3 a.m., it's been a bad night.
He has a much more wild lifestyle than I had at his age.
Eating at a restaurant every day sounds expensive.
You think so? I've never really thought about it. All I know is that grocery shopping takes time and cooking takes effort. So, this works for me. And I like to support local businesses.
Wow, what a hero. Would it be okay if I looked around?
Sure. If you have any questions about any pieces in particular, just ask.
I wonder if he has a piece that matches that. I wonder if he has a piece that matches the poem. Gossamer Fields. Okay. A study in color. Oh, this is a bit arduous. Drifting dreams. Life after death. Still life with groceries. True love. Oh, hang on a second here. He doesn't buy groceries. He said he eats at restaurants all the time. So this can't be his grocery list. Unless it had to do with painting.
This painting has hinges. Not while Colin is here.
Oh, I wonder if this is a like a safe code. Maybe there's a safe behind that painting.
What happened to this painting?
When I opened up one morning a few weeks ago, it was gone.
Do you think it was stolen?
I guess. It was one of my best works. The thief has good taste.
What was it a painting of?
One of the cliffs overlooking the ocean not too far from here. I don't normally paint such concrete subjects, but it was a really nice spot. I hope the painting turns back up.
That is fascinating. Can I flood the bathroom or something to force him to...
I feel strangely violated.
Okay. We cannot.
Not while Colin is here.
How can I get rid of him?
That's not done yet. Not while Cullen is inside.
Okay. Let's come back after 6. All right, let's see what we can do here. 8302. 83235. Okay. I will need to come back here during the daytime to see if I can suss out the code. Unless
that doesn't work.
Okay. I didn't think so. I was like, maybe I can highlight where his fingerprints are. Okay, we definitely need to not be here now. Oh, maybe we need to listen to the buttons he presses when he unlocks it, and we can hear the tone. No. All right, let me think about this. All right. Okay. Let's go back there and see if we can figure out what the code is. Okay. All right, we gotta listen now. Okay, I actually couldn't. I wouldn't be able to know what that. I don't know if I would be able to tell what the sound was. So let's see if this gives any clues, like if there's any numbers anywhere here. No. Poop. But here. Also no. Okay. What if... Okay, we've got a pair. Okay, hang on. Cassie, no thank you, please. We've got pair. 2 pairs is 5. Okay. 2 pairs is 5. Plum is 9. 5, 9. Is that an orange and an apple? But is that a cherry in there too? Oh, right, we can look.
Not while Colin is here.
Okay. 2 pairs. A plum. An orange. I'm gonna write this down. Okay, where's my pencil? 2 pairs. Plum. Is that an orange and an apple, do you think? Orange, apple, or is this a pomegranate? Okay, let's see. Onion, peach, cherries, pomegranate. Okay, so it could be a pomegranate. It might also be an apple. Okay. Now let's leave. Oh my goodness. But that could... I mean, I could end up with the code for the... Like, I don't even know that that's going to be the code to the front door. I just know that that potentially is the code to the safe that I assume is behind the painting. We'll find out in a moment. Right? All right. So oops. 2 pairs is a 5. A plum is 9. An orange is 3. A pomegranate is 4. If it's an apple, it could be a 0. We'll find out. I mean, we can test some different things and see what works. Or what doesn't work, I guess, is more... Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. 5, 9, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. I mean, we don't even know. We don't even know. Maybe it's a peach? Wait, plum is 9 and peach is 9. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right, let's try 5, 9, 3, 4. I know, I just kept doing the same one over and over, right? 5, 9, 4, 3. Okay, there is no difference in the tone of the beep. They're all just the standard beep. Okay. I actually have no idea if the pears plum orange thing has anything to do with the front door. Let's see if we can talk to him again.
Have you been to the art gallery on Ocala Street?
Art gallery? There's a dentist's office on that street.
I'll take that as a no, then. Thanks for talking.
Never a problem.
Okay. How do I distract this guy? I really don't. Okay. Maybe I can call the police and give an update. Give or get an update?
I don't need to talk to him right now.
That's a bummer. Okay. How about my neighbor?
It would be rude to knock now.
Oh, would it? Okay, sorry, my bad. Alrighty. I think we are again at a place where I am not sure what to do next. There's a lot of things that need to get done, and I don't know what to do to accomplish any of these yet. So I am going to end for today. We played 2 sessions today, sort of maybe a couple hours each. And we did get a lot done, but I do feel like I am sort of like, I'm not sure what to do next. I don't want to get frustrated and angry. I would prefer to take a quick break and think about other things and potentially have an epiphany of brilliance hit me while I am asleep tonight. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah, I do appreciate anybody who joined me today. That was very kind of you. Let's save with a new save name. Let's save under gallery code. That's what we're going to save it as. Gallery code. And then we can quit the game. And then I will see you guys all the next time, which potentially will be tomorrow. And so yeah, have a great night, everybody.